Hey, hello friends, welcome back to Blue Pig Reviews and the Library Book Bar. And today we're going to be making the official drink of the Kentucky Derby, the Mint Julep. It's julep season, and the Mint Julep goes back at least far into the 1800s and originally was probably made with cognac, but later on it evolved to be a bourbon drink. The drink is very simple, very refreshing, definitely a good hot weather drink. Things you're going to need is a good bourbon. And for this exercise, we're going to be using Wild Turkey 101. The reason this is a very good bourbon, has all the traditional bourbon notes, including a little bit of rye spice, and has 100 proof, which will cut through and give you a little extra flavor in the drink. You're going to need mint, crushed ice, and rich Demarara or rich simple syrup. And rich simple syrup, of course, is 2 parts sugar to 1 part water until it dissolves, and that's going to be your syrup. I'm going to get that going. So this is we're going to do as a shaken drink. Some people do it muddled, but here we're going to do a drinking shaken so you can get it right away. So of course you're going to need a shaker tin with ice, and you're going to need about 6 to 8 mint leaves. Got some fresh mint here. You definitely don't want to use the stems. You just want leaves. 3, 4, and mint smells fabulous. 5, 6, that's a little one. So I'm going to do 2, 7, 8. 2 more and 1 more little one. Okay, we don't want any stems. We want that in there. That's going to go on the bottom of my glass. Then we're going to need our rich Demarara syrup or rich simple syrup. This is rich Demarara syrup, so it's a little darker. Definitely is a sweeter thing. And this sweet will, because this is going to, of course, dissolve in the drink. You want something that will kind of last in there. And this rich syrup, of course, will carry through all this ice. And what you really want is about 0.75 of an ounce, 3/4 of an ounce. I'm going to put that in there. And the reason I say that is because you definitely want this to carry through, because we're going to make a stronger drink here, because we're going to actually use 2.5 ounces of bourbon. And I'm going to get that in there. So this is going to be beast mode. 2.5 ounces of bourbon. Going to go in there. And your mint's already in your cup. And the reason that we do the syrup first and then bourbon last is the bourbon washes the syrup out of the glass. We get every bit of that sweetness. Got our mint in there. Shaking tin. We're going to shake. We keep this for about 20 seconds. You want to get a good muddle. My only bit. Okay. And we're going to get our derby cup, which we've been chilling, which you do need to do. And this is a traditional derby cup. And we're going to need our crushed ice. You can use crushed ice that you have. I use crushed ice. I make it in a Lewis bag and cool hammer, and you get to crush it up. And what you want to do first is put half of it in. Glass, just about half. And then we're going to strain our cocktail in there. And we're going to have to double strain it. So what we're going to do is put our strainer on. And of course our fine strainer. I'm going to put our whole cocktail in there. This is going to be pretty big there. I thought it was going to be. Because you're going to definitely get those little pieces of mint. Got our strainer in there. Our Hawthorne strainer and our fine strainer. Once that's done, we'll put that aside. And whoo, that's gone. Then we're going to top with our crushed ice, like a snow cone almost. And, that's not very fine, not very well crushed, I guess. That's kind of some thick-ass ice for crushed ice. I guess we're going to have to hit the hammer a little harder next time. That's pretty big ice. Well, lost on that one. And, of course, we're going to take another sprig of our mint for the garnish. And pop it in there. And there you have it. The Mint Julep. You can see this glass is crazy cold from being cooled and from the crushed ice. If you don't chill the cup, don't worry, the ice will do it. It's just better served with a chilled cup. It's almost too cold to hold. Let's give it a sip. And that's awesome. You get the fresh mint, sweet syrup. Wild Turkey Punches gives me a little bit of rye spice, gives me the caramel and everything else I want. A Kentucky whiskey or Kentucky Derby, Wild Turkey 101. And remember, if it tastes good, then you're drinking good, and it's all good. And the Mint Julep, which originally began as a medicine, now as a cocktail, is definitely all good. Cheers and good pouring. I'm off to the races.